What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Guitar Talk. Hit the like button, subscribe button if you want to. All those YouTube things that help us grow. Roll that intro. What is up, guys? So today we are looking at the brand new Marshall JCM800 distortion pedal, new for 2025. Just in case you're wondering what the signal path was for this video, I was using my PRS Custom 22 2006 model that's got bare knuckle, Holy Diver and VH2 pickups in. That was going into the JCM800 pedal, which was then going into my Fractal FM9, which was running the triple crest preset on the clean channel. Then that was going straight into Studio One, which was recording the audio for you guys. So obviously the idea behind this pedal and the whole series of the new Marshall pedals is that you get the gain structure and general overall sound of their iconic amps, but in a friendly pedal board format. The pedal has got 4 controls on it: a gain, sensitivity, tone, and volume control. They are, most of them, pretty self-explanatory. Gain, turn it up, you get more distortion. Turn it down, less distortion. Tone, turn it up, it's more trebly. Turn it down, it's bassier and muddier. The volume, turn it up, it gets louder. Turn it down, it gets quieter. The sensitivity control is really cool. So on some JCM800 models, you've got 2 inputs, a low input and a high input. Low is less distorted, high is more distorted, basically. The sensitivity control on here lets you blend between the characteristics of those 2 inputs. So almost like a second gain control. If you turn it all the way up, you're on the high input, and then the gain gives you more gain. Turn it down, you get less gain on the gain control. So almost like a second gain control. Or I like to think of it as setting the overall characteristic of the pedal and the kind of gain you're going to get out of the gain control. Hope that makes sense. That's what the sensitivity control does. Build quality on the pedal, for the most part, is very, very good. The metal construction feels nice and sturdy. The pots have got a little bit of friction to them whilst feeling very incredibly smooth. So they're not going to accidentally get turned or anything like that. The switch feels like great quality. The graphics have been done very well. The inputs feel nice and reassuring. The only thing I would say that is a bit of a letdown on the pedal is the clasp on the battery cover for the 9-volt battery. It's very, very flimsy. If they're all like this, it would not surprise me to see a lot of these clasps snap quite quickly. That's the only thing that lets it down, but otherwise, for what I think is a £120 pedal in the UK, it's been built incredibly well. The sounds and tones that you can get out of this pedal, my first proper valve amp was a JCM800, which I had for a few years, and this definitely brings back memories of playing that amp. It's always been a strange thing for me when you get a JCM800 pedal or a Plexi style pedal, or even like the Boss Fender style pedals that they did, like the Bassman pedal and all that. When you plug one of those into the front end of another amp, so you'd plug the Boss pedal into the front end of a Marshall, or in this case, the Marshall into the front end of a Fractal Mesa Boogie model, which I know is going to wind some people up that I've plugged it into my Fractal, but the Fractal takes pedals incredibly well. Otherwise, I wouldn't use it as my main gigging, demoing system. It's great. But back to the pedal itself, if you want classic, timeless JCM800 crunch tones, distortion tones, that kind of Guns N' Roses sound, that 80s rock tone, all the way to 90s when people still, like, obviously even today people use JCM800. This pedal absolutely nails that gain structure and tone. So if that is what you're after and you want something on your pedal board that does it, then definitely check one of these out. One thing that I didn't get a chance to try, which I would love to try with this, is just plugging it straight into a power amp, whether it's valve or transistor or whatever, straight into a cab, and having this as an always on pedal to see how well it reacts as almost like a JCM800 preamp pedal. I'd love to try that. I didn't get a chance to try it. If one of you out there has tried it, let me know in the comments, how was it? How did it work? Did it work? I'd love to, maybe I'll give it a go later on after this video, but something I would like to try with this. Is the pedal worth the money? At around £120 in the UK, if you are after this style distortion, then yes, it is definitely worth the money. It nails the tone, it nails the feel, and it has been built incredibly well. As I said, the only thing that lets it down for me is just that little plastic battery clasp on the back, which is very, very flimsy. But obviously, even if that comes off, just, you know, old school JCM800 after all, just tape the battery in there if you're using a battery. It does take a 9-volt power supply as well. But is it worth the money? Definitely, yes it is. If you see one in a shop and you can plug it into a decent rig to try it out, definitely try one of these out. Would I use one of these live? And by that, as usual, I mean if I was going on tour and someone said, here's your distortion tone or your gain tone for the tour, that's all you're allowed to use. Would I use one of these? Yeah, I would be more than happy with this. You could set this however you wanted with the sensitivity control to get a really good crunch sound with the kind of music I play with, like modern country, southern rocky stuff. This would be perfect for me, and even in a function band, nailing loads of drive tones, this pedal is going to do it. So would I use this live? Absolutely. Is there anything that I don't like about the pedal? Obviously, one is just that battery clasp in the back. I know I've mentioned it a few times, but hey, this is the section where I say about things that I don't like. The only other thing for me is what I would love on this is for it to be a dual pedal, or for them to do a dual pedal version so you can switch between low and high sensitivity so that you could get like a lower gain and higher gain feeling out of it, or even just like a volume boost. Obviously, you can stack it with different pedals, but I would love to see like a bit of an all-in-one double pedal version, but that's just me. So there we go. To sum up, that is the JCM800 Lead Series pedal. I really like this thing. It nails loads of different tones, all with that JCM800 character. It's been built really well, and I would happily, if I was using standalone pedals, have one or even two of these on my pedal board. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you get one? Did you get one of the other pedals? What did you think? I think it's great to see Marshall do something different to the reissues of like the Blues Breaker pedal and the Shred Master and all that stuff. It's nice to see them do something different, even though different is a pedal version of their amplifiers. I think it's really cool, as I said. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.